got a fucking Stolen Valor on you, dog.
Tell me as much as you want. Okay.
Dog, why are you wearing this fucking uniform? You're not a military, dog.
I'm
That's not a fucking
American. My hair's in fakes, bro. I'm going.
This is a felony. Look what he's fucking doing. He doesn't even have a fucking weed.
Holy crap, it's 2026 and we're still dealing with stolen valor and issues within the military I didn't think could be possible, as we're compiling some of the most famous clips from this week that have gone viral on military meme pages. And I want to shout out to all those guys. It'll show their little logo bounce around. You'll see who I got it from. But what I'm going to tell you guys is stolen valor I thought was something that was like, oh, back in 2015, 2016, we were going to call these guys out and we were going to shake our finger and say, bad on you. Yes, you're not technically monetarily getting money for this exchange typically, but it is looking trashy. But check out as this guy wears Marine Corps camis and the desert pattern that essentially is walking through Chicago O'Hare Airport.
You got a fucking Stolen Valor on you, dog.
Tell me as much as you want. Okay.
Dog, why are you wearing this fucking uniform? Stolen Valor at its fucking finest, dog. I fire that fucking.
You want to harass me?
I fire that
Yeah,
fucking
so do
uniform.
I, brother.
You're not a military, dog.
All right, man.
You don't even have fucking tips on your phone.
Nah, I'm a fucking. You know what?
You don't even have a fucking D on you.
I don't have ID on me. All right, you say so.
Dog, you know you can't fire this fucking from out in public, right?
I can wear this uniform in public.
No, you
because
fucking.
I'm on fucking orders.
It's a service uniform. You don't even have fuck. You don't even have a fucking rank.
It's a combat dress uniform. That's
What's
right.
your fuck, dog?
What's it to you, man?
What's your fuck?
What's it to you, bro?
How are you gonna wear a fuck
You
inside?
want to harass me in public?
It's not harassment. You're wearing fucking valor.
You want to harass me in public?
That's what it fucks.
You know what? Let's go to the police.
You know
right
what?
now.
Let's fuck.
Let's go to the police right now. Let's have them duke out what my uniform should look like. These people, they know they are jokes. Now, me, you, people that have been in the military, you go to the airport and what do you immediately notice? Every boot that has the same exact book bag, maybe a sea bag or whatever they're carrying with them, they all have the high and tight. Like, most people that were or are military are avoiding those people. We're not trying to be like those people. Or God forbid if somebody wears the boots from their uniform, the combat like tan boots that they'd wear. That is cringe. Don't do that. I'm not saying you can't be proud of your service. I'm not saying you should try and just look like the most piece of crap whatever on the street, like you have no affiliation to the military and not carry yourself in an appropriate way. But this guy is literally trying to do everything the wrong way. And I will say he's dumb, because if he wanted to get away with this, the Army is the worst about this. They are always in their uniform at the mall, at the movies, at the grocery store, at the airport. Marines, they are to the T against wearing their MARPAT uniform off base. You cannot even have an emergency. Like, you better have planned gas trips around the idea if you had to leave base and you are in uniform. You do not do it unless it is life or death, essentially. And even so, you better be ready to answer to somebody, because we know that's how it is. That's not where this ends, because there is more, but the comments divide into this first part, and they say this. Zeph Zoof says, nah, he's just a Bronx Marine. Someone below that says he's just wearing two tops. And someone said, call the cops. Stolen valor is now a federal felony since last year. And lastly, someone says, this guy's here to meet a 14-year-old boy. Say that next time. That will make him go away instantaneously and will probably diffuse whatever you have going on. But yes, this guy was wearing two tops, and that's even more cringe, where it's like, at least try and look the part. There's not even name tape, like he said. You know, at least have ownership, or try to have ownership of the branch you're trying to reflect on. So if somebody were to ask you one question, like, yes, there are only 1% of the entire country that are veterans or are military, right? Like, that's what they say. But I'm telling you, there are enough people that are veterans that know right from wrong that will call you out in a heartbeat. Also, I don't think the cops should be involved. I just think we should tell these people to kick rocks, take off the uniform, call it a day. But here's part two.
You know what you're doing right now is a fuck felony, dog. You'll feel arrested right now,
What
motherfucker.
you doing right now is a
Yeah, matter of fact, where the fuck is that, dog?
That's not fucking fire what you're doing right now, man.
No, it's not fucking fire. You're not even in fuck. Your hair's not even in fuck.
Yeah,
and you claim
my
to be a
hair's in
Marine.
legs, all right? Hey,
That's not a
I'm
fucking-
American. My hair isn't fucking eggs, bro.
I'm Hispanic, dog. I get
Good.
fullets. I cut my fucking hair.
Good for you. I don't have to cut my hair, all right? I'm Native American, all right?
You're not even wearing
Since-
a proper.
since-
What?
since-
Okay,
since
so
20
what
since
uniform is
20
this?
You need to calm it down and chill.
What
down,
uniform is
all
this?
right?
You don't even have a fucking skivvy shirt on, you
I don't have
asshole.
to have a green.
What do you mean you don't have to have a green shirt on, you shit?
I gotta stop here. Not required to have a undershirt while you are in the MARPAT uniform. So I understand that. Let's just go off regulation. If you're gonna call somebody out, at least have the right information here. Yes, his hair is not regulations if it's in this little bun thing. But I love how it's like, let's deviate. I am Native American. This means I cannot be required to cut my hair. I mean, we've seen this in the military before, and there's been news stories where I've covered about this, but I'm just like, that is not the way to go. Even if you're in uniform here, like maybe he saw that same article or that same guy that did that was an Army soldier. I don't know if that's why he thinks he's getting away with this, but still.
You want to fucking trip on me? Yeah, let's go.
You see this guy?
This guy's harassing me.
You see this shit?
I was checked in. I checked in my bags. I'm going.
This
to
is
my-
a fucking
to my
felony.
gate.
Look what he's fucking
And
doing. He doesn't even have a fucking
He
knee.
doesn't like the fucking fact that what I'm wearing. Is
I
what I'm
for
wearing.
this fucking
Yeah,
uniform.
yeah, so do I.
You
brother.
see this shit?
I don't
This
know
is
you-
fucking acceptable,
yeah,
dog.
That's what I told him.
No, this is fuck.
Thanks for your service.
Thank you, son.
Sir,
Thanks for your service.
look at this shit.
take
I
care of
have a valid ID. You see that?
He's on.
That's for legal, dog. Where's your ID? Show him your fucking
I don't
ID.
have to show you my ID.
Here's my
I showed it at
fucking.
the fucking gate.
Dude, this is a no. You gotta get CPD in this shit. This is a felony. You see this shit? You see that?
Smile.
You see that? I for this fucking uniform, you asshole. Stolen Valor, you fucking piece of shit. Piece of fuck shit.
I love how the vet. By the way, I don't know if the guy shaking his hand here is a veteran or not. We know a lot of people wear grunt style and all these kind of military bro vet brands that just support the military. And fortunately and unfortunately, we have those people. But in this circumstance, it's unfortunate because he's just like, uniform equals military equals thank this guy for his service. That's just what we do. And I want these people to be able to blindly believe if they see a uniform, it's somebody actually carrying out the service and raise their right hand. But I don't know. But it looks like he's being taken away by the security guard here.
No, that's bullshit. Why are you guys gonna let him go like that,
Listen,
dude?
boss, listen. I'm gonna follow him.
No,
But
like,
if,
dude, that's
no,
fuck.
listen. Just listen, because I'm with you, all right? Here, look.
You need to get
I'm
him
with you,
out of
all
here.
right?
I got
So I'm gonna take care of that.
Yeah, me and my brother are both fucking you piece of shit. I have my ID right here. He doesn't even have one. He's fucking shit.
Come on, boss.
Dude, that's fucking ego, bro. Seriously, you gotta do something
And I
about
agree
this.
with you, and I will. But I can't do it right now with all this heat because then they're gonna make you the issue.
I
You
understand, but he doesn't even have fucking tape.
No,
You
right,
see
I
that?
know.
He asked him for his phone. I want to see his phone if he claims to be military.
No, boss, I know. Trust me.
Full blousing or a green Fibby shirt on. Yeah, you're in uniform, right?
Okay, the security guard, I'm not sure if that badge is actually police or not, but at least he seems to maybe be a reservist and know what this entire hype is about. But if he is a police officer or security guard, he's like, just let him go in order to just diffuse this. This guy and all of us that are military are going to say they're jokes. We know that. But at the same point, I will say I am fatigued by this, that if I see somebody like this out there, I typically won't even like try and fix it. To be honest, I don't think it would be worth it because every video that happens like this, we get a whack-a-mole where another one pops up and then you have that. I mean, you see people like Don Shipley out here trying to correct people faking being Navy SEALs, which is like the craziest thing you could do, right?
Or you don't want anybody in the background. Let me hand that phone to somebody back there, Phil.
Your voice isn't coming across too clearly.
Yeah, I understand. You need to knock off those SEAL claims, sir.
Say what?
Just knock off the SEAL claims, sir.
Right? That's even beyond this, but it seems like people think that the internet doesn't exist and people don't have the ability to fact check this shit. But in my mind, I'm like, cool, he's going to maybe get ahead of the line boarding when they call military, maybe if they require him to show his ID. And if he actually had one, I don't think he does, but, that's here nor there if they let him on or not just off the uniform. Below that, someone said, bro, thanked him for his service. Someone said the real crime are Marines wearing proper civilian attire and pretending to be civilians. And then this guy said the old guy that shook his hand has to be a combat vet. And then lastly below that, the dude shaking his hand mid-convo, thanking him for his service. Who would have... Talking about wearing the wrong uniform, wrong time, wrong place. It looks like this Air Force guy is a similar situation, as he thinks it's cool to walk around with his blouse top and not actually be fully in uniform. Who knows, this is just a new Gen Z way of serving, but let's check this out.
No. It's nothing about this. Hey, that's not right. Is it?
But it's kind of crazy.
I wouldn't do it.
All right.
People in the comments say, you really showed him. And someone said, let the Airman have his shine. He's with females and looking cool. You guys are whack for calling him out like that in front of his people. And then someone below that says, the people filming are lame AF. It's just some kid probably wearing their partner's stuff. L. I think it's weird to only wear half the uniform. Like, they already know you're in the military active duty if you tell them. I don't think people need to know a bad haircut and some whack-ass glasses that you got as military issue are going to deflect too far from the idea. Yeah, you're probably in the military. You don't need to wear all the other stuff, and there are more signs than just that to make sure you are maybe the most boot of boots. But, you know, I'm just saying, wearing the uniforms out when you're not supposed to, I think people are just like fatigued by it at this point. I think that's where we are at with Stolen Valor, out of regulations. It's just like, not that they don't care about regulations. It's just the fact that it is so common from what we see on social media. I think people like myself are even just like, dude, I don't have the bandwidth to just care anymore. And I don't know, but what happens? Like, do you say, hey, do I need your leadership? Am I going to call them over this? Like, I don't know, because where is the standards anymore? Does anybody even care? Let me know down in the comments below. This next one comes from a U.S. Marine that appears to be in a hospital where she has a caption on her video that says this. She says, this is me after getting yelled at by my master sergeant saying he is going to write me up for a 6105 non-judicial punishment to have me forced out of the United States Marine Corps for missing work so much. I think it hasn't even been 30 days yet since having an emergency C-section at 24 weeks, 5 days. My husband and I are dual military. Yikes, that's kind of crazy, but I will tell you guys, the math a little bit is not adding up based on the timeline, because typically you get several months following delivery of a baby to not go into work. So I'm only kind of under the understanding, maybe, just maybe, from her saying they are dual military, husband being military, and her, that maybe they were trying to milk this out because childcare can be quite expensive, or when family is there or whatever else, and having two people have to miss work all at the same time, because usually they get a couple months each for mom and dad. So maybe they're trying to milk that out. I'm not sure. But I would say if you are having a baby that is premature, you probably should just take the time off, because those essentially first weeks are just going to be intense emotional roller coasters, whatever else. And hopefully this person has leave, and hopefully the command can be a little bit more aware or sensitive to that, especially in a very sensitive situation like this. But people commented about that part, but people also were kind of coming out with their pitchforks. For example, this person says, drop his name, make him famous. And then someone says below that, why are enlistment numbers so low? And lastly, the hospital should be your place of duty. I'm so sorry you're going through this, as if your situation isn't hard enough. And there are people with kids on those comments as well. They're kind of coming out supporting her of like, if you don't have kids, shut up. And I agree with that. If you have not had a child, the stress of a healthy baby is up there. I don't have any kids, but I've worked in hospitals where we deliver, right? So I will say, big deal, seen it firsthand. And just because I want to move to a light note so you can end this video well, let's take you over to that Marine that has never let down his title of U.S. Marine. And like they say, once a Marine, always a Marine, and this guy does not fail to uphold those standards.
Live, 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 right, live, 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 right, live. My back's too heavy, my boots are too tight, my balls are swinging from left to right, live.
Can someone come get Jameson Travels? Has he fallen off the bandwagon? Is he gone off the deep end? Because I'm telling you, this is probably him in his house and we just don't know it. He's aged significantly over the past couple of years. We don't know what's going on, but maybe he needs some help. I'm kidding. By the way, Jesus, I know if I make a joke about Jameson Travels, you're like, he served in the Marines. You better be fucking respectful to him. Oh my God. Like, oh my God. It's like I might actually have talked to the guy a couple times. I can make a joke or two. So yeah, that's just where these videos are at. These were some of the trending videos I saw from the week, but I want your guys' thoughts on the uniforms out in public places and all of that stuff that we've been talking about and everything you've seen here with the pregnancy and also this old boomer vet Marine that obviously still knows cadence pretty well. But as always, if you guys like this, you guys might like that video up there, as YouTube is going to recommend you guys another video that's probably even better than this one if you made it this. And if you have your own stories, let me know down in the comments below. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.